Kaiju games have always been a blast. Whether you're crushing cities, fighting massive monsters, or trying to survive a giant invasion, these games let you experience the thrill of kaiju in so many different ways. Let's check out some of the best kaiju games you should definitely try. First up, we've got Dawn of the Monsters, a side-scrolling beat-em-up that we think is one of the best kaiju games out there. You can play as two kaiju, a giant warrior, and a mech, each with unique abilities. The comic book style art looks amazing, and the combat gets better as you unlock more moves. Plus, you can customize your character with DNA upgrades that change your stats and abilities. If you like strategy games, Kaiju Wars is a must-play. You take on the role of a mayor trying to stop a kaiju invasion with a tiny, underpowered military. The game plays like Advance Wars, where you have to predict the monsters' movements and slow them down while scientists work on a way to stop them for good. But be warned, kaiju learn from their defeats and come back even stronger. Next, we have GigaBash, a fun, chaotic brawler where you control massive kaiju and battle it out in destructible cities. It's got a similar feel to Power Stone with fast-paced fights, power-ups, and special moves that make every match exciting. The game is fun solo, but it really shines in local multiplayer. If you love smashing buildings and throwing opponents across the map, grab some friends and give this one a shot. This one's a little different from the others, but it still captures that epic kaiju feel. In Shadow of the Colossus, you play as a lone warrior taking on massive, towering creatures with just a sword and a bow. Every fight is like a puzzle. Figuring out how to climb these giant beasts and find their weak spots is both exciting and nerve-wracking. Now, let's talk about Kong, Survivor Instinct. To be honest, this game isn't great. The voice acting is rough, and you fight way too many humans. But it does have some incredible kaiju moments that make it worth checking out. The story follows a father trying to rescue his daughter from a city under attack by King Kong. Along the way, he faces other kaiju and a dangerous mercenary group. While the game has its issues, some of its escape sequences and monster encounters are pretty intense. For old-school arcade fans, Daikaiju Daikessen Versus is a solid pick. It's a free-to-play fighting game that pays tribute to King of the Monsters from the Neo Geo days. Since it's still in early access, the balance isn't perfect, but the fights are fun and require some strategy. If you love classic monster battles and want a modern take on them, this one's worth trying. This one might surprise you. Into the Breach is more of a strategy puzzle game, but it still captures the kaiju experience in a unique way. You control mechs trying to stop waves of giant monsters from destroying cities. Every move counts, and you have to think several steps ahead to push enemies into traps or set up devastating combos. A lot of people might have skipped this one, but Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher is actually a hidden gem. It mixes Monster Rancher with Ultraman, letting you raise, train, and battle kaiju. Think of it like Pokemon, but with giant monsters. You can even fuse kaiju together to create new ones. If you enjoy monster-raising games and want something fresh, this is definitely worth checking out. There you have it, some of the best kaiju games out there. Which of these is your favorite? Did we miss any great ones? Let us know in the comments.